Hey guys, Jeroogalo here. So I was thinking about the latest happenings in Star Wars and, as you know, I don't agree with a lot of them. However, it is canon, so what can we expect from the next movie? How much will J.J. Abrams retcon? Will he say that Kylo is lying and that Rey's parents are a bit more notable than dead drunks? Will he say that Snoke is not really dead? The current working title for Episode 9 is Black Diamond, which likely refers to Snoke's ring, encrusted with a large piece of obsidian from Vader's castle on Mustafar. Some think this is a way for Snoke to return, and JJ has suggested that Episode 9 will bring everything together, so perhaps we will be seeing some old faces. Speaking of bringing everything together, that's really what Episode 9 needs to do. To me, the plot of the sequel trilogy hasn't really advanced at all. We're basically in the position we were at the start of the sequels, except now Kylo is in charge of the First Order, and the Resistance is severely losing. But Rey still has no training, and Luke is still gone, just no longer missing. Actually, if you think about it, we're in the same position that we were in Episode 4 now, just minus Episode 1. Lone Jedi just beginning to gain understanding of the Force, no Jedi teacher anymore, evil Empire reigns and fights against a small band of rebels who hope to, against all odds, topple the giant oppressors of the galaxy and restore the Republic. Except now, Kylo is essentially the Emperor, Rey is the Jedi, and again, no Jedi Master to turn to. Besides, of course, Force Ghosts and the books from the First Temple. The thing is, though, this is the 9th movie of the main Star Wars saga. This is the final movie, you could say, based on George Lucas's original idea for the Skywalker saga. If Disney and Lucasfilm do indeed intend for this to be the end of the Skywalker saga, or rather this main saga we've had since the beginning, then that means this movie will need to do a ton of work. The easiest way to me would be to have a time jump of at least a couple years, have Rey have undergone training to basically put her at Jedi Knight level. Perhaps Luke could have come back to knight her. We also could hear Leia speak to her briefly through the Force, that way we can know that she's passed on during the time jump since the actress is gone and can no longer film scenes. Then, as a Jedi Knight, Rey could find a couple of students, perhaps the broom boy from the last movie, and, with the further guidance of past Jedi, but also the knowledge she's gained herself through her journeys, she continues to train her new Padawans. Depending on the time they place the next movie, though, perhaps other Force users could learn the ways of the Jedi alongside her. If they're to bring some modified version of the Jedi Order back, however, there, in my opinion, will need to be some sort of hierarchy. Seems to be a bit strange for Rey to take on the title of Jedi Grand Master. She's only about 19 or 20. But if you take it that because Luke said, "I will teach you the ways of the Jedi," and gave her like a 5-minute lesson filled with reasonings why the Jedi should end, though it may have been, that she technically was Luke's Padawan, then that does make her the last of the Jedi, and by extension, also the strongest and most experienced Jedi in the galaxy. Also the weakest, but if she gains a student, then she'd be the strongest. Personally, I just want a new Jedi Order in the galaxy. I'm upset that it wasn't Luke who brought it about in this canon, but they should still bring it back, in my opinion. Outside of purely Jedi affairs, this movie will still need to have the First Order fall. If there's a time jump, that would likely mean that the First Order now has all major systems in the galaxy, as they were only a few weeks away from that in Episode 8. But during that time, the Resistance could have built up their forces and are prepared again to launch another attack. I don't think they're going to have another super weapon to target, so there may not be a centralized location for them to attack, which means the Resistance will likely be doing whatever they can to amass forces and hurt the First Order wherever they can, and capture what they can, even if it's a ship here or a ship there. What will really do it, though, is taking out Kylo Ren and Hux and any other leadership. The First Order must fall before the story ends, so taking out its leadership at least will put us back where we were around Episode 6. The New Republic, or whomever is left, can perhaps do some politics from there. I doubt the First Order will be able to fool the people into believing their leader still lives as well as the Empire did. Rey will have to be the one to take out Kylo, whether that be killing him or redeeming him. I think they may redeem him, if only to prevent the last of the Skywalkers and Solos from dying as a villain. I'm going to be making my own alternate plots for the sequels, several of them for Episodes 7 and 8, that I feel might have been a better path for the course of the movies. Perhaps I will do that for 9 as well, for both using my plots for the previous movies and picking up with 7 and 8 being as they are in canon, so look for that in the near future. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Comment down below if you also have ideas for how the sequel movies could have gone, or how you think Episode 9 will go. Perhaps I will incorporate it in a video. Thank you all for watching. This has been Jeroogalo, and may the force be with you, always.